Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're jumping straight into it. That recent India versus England match, the one that left a lot of fans, well, scratching their
Oh,
heads.
definitely. You
Because-
felt it online, didn't you? The buzz, the sort of armchair analysis everywhere.
And the collective heartbreak. You could almost touch it.
It was really something. And almost the second the match ended, you heard that whisper starting everywhere, that same question.
What if Virat was playing?
Exactly. If Kohli had been in that lineup, would things have gone differently?
Before we get deep into that, and we really have to give England their due, don't we?
Absolutely. You can't take anything away from them. Their execution was, well, pretty much brilliant.
Yeah, the bowling felt so disciplined, fielding was sharp, aggressive,
Yeah.
and the batting just calculated. They looked like a well-oiled machine out there.
They really did. They played exceptionally well, which I guess brings us back to India.
Right, because for India, it felt like something was missing. Maybe that spark or that reliable anchor in the middle order.
That ability to steady the ship, or sometimes, to just explode and take the game away, it felt absent.
And that's exactly where we're aiming our deep dive today. We're unpacking what we're calling the Kohli Conundrum. Basically, looking at the arguments, the insights from the sources we've gathered about his potential impact, the impact that maybe, just maybe, was missing on the day.
Sounds good. It's a question on many minds.
Okay, so let's really unpack this then. We all saw the reaction, the if only Virat comments. What is it, based on the analysis, about his actual record, his way of handling pressure, or even just how he paces an innings? Why does his absence seem to hit so hard?
Well, it's fascinating because when you look at the analysis, it goes way beyond just, the run he scores. It's his presence, his sheer presence at the crease.
Presence, how do you mean?
It's almost psychological for the opposition bowlers. They know, absolutely know, that if they don't get him out early, he doesn't just score runs.
Yeah.
He grinds them down.
Okay, so it's not just the boundaries, it's the long haul.
Exactly. Staying there, occupying the crease, rotating the strike. It has this quantifiable effect on the bowling side's morale that seems pretty unique. He becomes this anchor.
Right, an anchor that maybe lets others bat more freely around him.
That's a big part of it. And then practically, think about those crunch moments. Chasing a big total, or even setting one. The sources really highlight his skill, like finding gaps.
He does seem to find gaps others don't.
Especially in that inner ring, even against tight fields. It's not just hitting boundaries wildly, it's precise. It keeps the scoreboard ticking without huge risks. He's a run machine, sure, but maybe more crucially, a momentum shifter.
Someone who can step on the gas when needed.
Right. And when he's out there, there's this belief. You feel it from teammates, from fans, that feeling that, okay, anything's still possible here.
So connecting that back to the England match, the middle order did seem to struggle a bit, didn't it? Building partnerships.
Yeah, that's where you really see the potential what if. Could Kohli have, stemmed that tide during that wobble? He's the kind of player who turns those tricky 30s and 40s into big match-winning scores.
Yes, and he can bat with the tail too, right? Find runs late.
Absolutely. He can conjure vital runs when it looks like the innings is fading. That's a massive asset.
Okay, so we've covered the runs, the stats, the anchoring role, but digging into the sources, it felt like there was more, something beyond just the numbers. Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The leadership, the temperament, those less tangible things.
Yeah, and that's a really crucial point in the analysis. His leadership,
Yeah.
even when he's not the official captain, it's just there. You feel it.
That intensity.
That intensity, exactly. And that sort of never say die attitude. It's apparently quite infectious within the squad.
Like he lifts others around him.
Definitely. He's often seen as the guy, the crisis manager in the batting lineup. When things are tough, when the pressure's really on, he's the one who seems to almost visibly say, okay, relax, I've got this.
And that kind of self-belief, backed by experience, that must be invaluable in those high-pressure games.
Absolutely. Especially against top teams like England. That kind of experience, knowing how to navigate those moments, you can't just replace that easily.
Okay, playing devil's advocate a bit. It is a team sport. Can one player, even someone like Kohli, really be the sole difference? Isn't that maybe overlooking other factors, other performances, or maybe tactical things?
That's a fair question, and it does raise an important point. You absolutely have to consider the collective effort, the whole team picture.
Right.
However, what the sources seem to suggest is that while, yes, it's a team game, the absence of certain specific players is just felt more acutely. And Kohli, well, he falls squarely into that category.
So he's not just another player missing.
No, it's argued he's more
Oh.
like an engine. His combination of resilience, that tactical smarts he has, and just sheer willpower.
Hmm.
It elevates things in a way that's hard to replicate. So losing him isn't just losing runs, it's losing that specific, maybe unique driving force.
Okay. And that really brings us back to the core of this conundrum then. Cricket is a team sport,